Couples who are married remain a man and a woman. They don't become husband and wife because there's no glamour in it. Wives are just desperate. Men, biggest losers, wimps, embarrassing to be a husband. So they get married, but she remains a woman, he remains a man. Here's a perfectly good example, illustration. This wife is very upset with her husband because every time they go out, he's flirting with the women. And she can't stand it. So she hauls him off to a marriage counselor. The marriage counselor very gently and very patiently explains to her that she's overreacting. His flirting with the women doesn't mean that he's cheating on her, that he's leaving her, that he doesn't love her. It's just a man thing. He's in front of a bunch of women, he's got to show off. It's a man thing. The peacock syndrome. So she goes home, feeling a little foolish. But by the time she gets home, she realizes, wait a minute, there's the problem. It's a man thing, not a husband thing. So her problem is that the guy she's married to never became a husband. He's still a man. Actually, he's still a boy. If he needs to show off in front of women. One final thought.
And that's holding him back from being
a husband.
One.
Yes. One final thought on this subject. What kind of life is it when a 50-year-old woman has to compete with a 20-year-old? A guy comes home to his wife and he says, we just hired a new secretary at work. She's gorgeous. Now, the wife can't sleep. So I ask women, is something wrong with a husband saying, we just hired a new secretary and she's gorgeous? Oh yeah, hey, he shouldn't have said that. Oh, he should just think it? No, he shouldn't think it either. He shouldn't notice that she's gorgeous. What are you saying? Why would a 50-year-old need to compete with a 20-year-old secretary? What kind of life is this? It's cruel and unusual punishment. That's because they're not married.
He's still a man.
He's still a man. And she has to be a woman competing with a 20-year-old. So she has to have plastic surgery, with a little silicone, with a little... It's ridiculous and it's cruel. But this is not a one-time thing. She lives with this anxiety every day of her life. Every time he walks out the house. Because there are a lot of 20-year-olds running around. So since she's 25, she's been competing. Means she's been threatened. She lives with a constant threat. This can't be. A healthy marriage means if your husband hires a gorgeous secretary, you think, oh, that's good for the business. It's going to affect our relationship? Why?
Is that from the woman's side or from the man's side?
Both.
They both have to have that.
He married her for her looks. So she's got to compete with the looks, which of course is impossible.
So it all comes back to why you got married.
What you married.
What you married.
Did you marry a what? Did you marry a who? So, marriage, by its very definition, is a magical thing. It is not a human invention at all. No intelligent person would come up with such a plan. Marriage means, and this is its core basic definition, marriage means a reunion. Not a union, not an arrangement, not even a relationship. You can have a relationship, like Dr. Tversky said that through college, all the years of college, he had a single fountain pen. He said, I had more of a meaningful relationship with my fountain pen that most people have with their spouse.